how did I deal with my first real heartbreak? Badly is the answer. I dealt with it badly. It was incredibly painful. There are no two ways about it. It was incredibly painful, and it took a long time to heal from. It took a long time to heal from. There is so much wrapped up in that experience for me, you know, because it's not just, you're not just dealing with, like, or at least I wasn't just dealing with the very act of what had happened. You know, that's the healthy way to do it, is to deal with the act of what's happened. You go, okay, that's happened, cool. You know, I get it, that's you, I'm off. But what happens is, like, and if you're like as emotional as I am, or as, like, you know, I don't know, if you're anything like me, then, you know, it affects like things like resentment comes into it, and pain, and your own perception of love. And then if you let that resentment build, then it just gets into this place where it just goes like completely nuts, and you end up going over and over and over and over in it, you know, around your head. And then the resentment builds into a place where you're like, oh, I don't feel worthy, and then you're fucked, you know. And I had to go all of that. Like, I literally had to go through every single process of that. I did not accept the situation for what it was immediately. I could not accept the situation for what it was immediately, because it was the first time that I ever felt something like that, you know. I've since learned that, like, later on in life, like, that like deep sense of, like, love and connection, like, you know, it exists everywhere. It exists everywhere. It's in everything. But I dealt with it badly. But I was very, very fortunate enough to have a really, really good group of friends around me who helped me through it. Here I am today. I live to tell the tale.
I live to tell the tale. Amazing. Mine, incredibly melodramatically, I seem to recall, I think there was a lot of storming off. There was a lot of playing a lot of loud music out of my window. A lot of, you know, drawing, a lot of, like, just whiling out and, you know, acting out on my heartbreak through, like, what I thought was incredibly emotional at the time, and, you know, writing letters that would never get sent, things like that.
That sounds incredibly healthy. Those are like things that one learns in therapy. That's a very healthy way of dealing with it.
It was like, what's that scene? Is it in Footloose where he goes off into the woods and, like, dances?
Yeah, probably.
I think it's Footloose. It like
Sweeney Todd, I don't know any of them.
It was like akin to that scene, but like extended over probably like a couple of months of that scene, you know, made it into my life. And then it took a while though, like, as you said, you know, it was like, there are so many different stages of it, especially for the first time you're experiencing it. And it's never really the same. But yeah, it was, I mean, yeah, my one true love has always been drum and bass, and that will always remain, but no, I'm joking. Yeah, it's like every time it's going to be completely different, and it's awful, and it takes so long, and there are so many phases behind it, but then you'll see each other like 5 years down the line, and you can laugh about it, and you can, you know, hopefully, if you, that was my experience anyway, and I was really grateful for that. And it wasn't time, I never saw it as time wasted or anything like that. So yeah, kind of healthy. Yeah,
I don't think I ever would look back on any like part of my life and think, oh, that's time wasted. Like, there's always a lesson to be learned in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's very healthy.
And that really helps in those processes. I think when you can realize that, I think that's really healthy to deal with heartbreak, I think.
Yeah, totally. And I think also just like being able to like understand understand that it's somebody else's choice. Like it's like, and also like that one's own self-worth does not rely on the acceptance of another individual. Like,
Yeah.
if they want to move on for the sake of themselves, then that's fine. That's what you want to do. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. It's been amazing. Yeah. That's what I'd say if you and I are breaking up. It's not me, Sam. It's you.
It's not me. You're breaking up with me.